You want to know how fast a room could turn cold? Walk into a car dealership, dress sharp, carrying your whole future in a leather portfolio, and watch the manager point at you like you're a problem, not a person. Get that woman out of my dealership. No appointment, no entry. That's how my morning started before I even got a chance to say my name or breathe in the new car smell that, let's be honest, is probably just a fancy air freshener mixed with stress and desperation. I caught the security guard's eyes, and for a second, I could see him weighing his options. She wasn't sure if he should listen to his boss or trust whatever energy I was giving off, you know? But protocol always wins, so here he came, all apologies and awkwardness, doing what he had to do. I respected that. Ma'am, I'm sorry, but the manager says. I cut him off, real gentle. You're just doing your job. It's okay. But my attention was already fixed on the real show. The guy whose name tag screamed, Rick Coleman, general manager, coming down those glass stairs like he owned the oxygen in the room, face flushed, voice tight. What part of no appointment don't you understand? This isn't a public garage, especially not for folks loitering in the lot for 20 minutes. Honestly, I wanted to laugh. I was reviewing your customer parking protocols, I said, keeping my tone calm, but letting my words sting just a bit, and watching how your staff interact with buyers. I saw two families get turned away just for asking too many questions. His face did this twitchy thing. Oh, you're one of those. Lady, if you're here to complain or hand out charity, take it somewhere else. We run a business, not a focus group. You'll want to be very careful with the words you choose next. Rick scoffed, real original, right? What? You gonna write a bad Yelp review? Send a tweet? Get real. And right then, timing perfect like a movie, a black BMW X7 pulled up, out stepped Charles in a tailored gray suit, folder in hand, the kind of guy you can spot as important from 100 yards. Miss Booker, he said, smiling at me, not even glancing at Rick. The transfer papers are complete. The dealership is officially under your control. You should have seen Rick's face, man. Looked like he swallowed a lemon. Wait, what? I flipped through the folder signatures, stamps, all in order. Thanks, Charles. Let's finish up in the office upstairs. I turned to Rick. That's my office now. He literally froze, mouth open, eyes darting like he was hoping someone would shout. Just kidding. Any hope he had crashed when I said, no mistake, Mr. Coleman. I just bought this entire operation. Lock, stock, and poor attitude included. You ever watch people realize they're in the wrong chapter of their own story? That was the whole staff, salespeople with phones glued to their hands, now clutching them like shields, receptionists staring at the desk like it might swallow them whole. Rick stammered. If someone had told me you'd have treated me with basic respect. I didn't raise my voice, but I didn't let up either. Is that how you run this place? Respect for some, suspicion for others. He tried to backpedal. It's not like that. We just get a lot of people wandering in. I get it, I said, but what I don't get is why your first reaction was to yell, to shut me down, to act like I couldn't possibly belong here. That's not policy, Rick. That's prejudice. He blurted out how he's kept the dealership afloat for 9 years, and I couldn't help it. I let out a dry chuckle, barely afloat. 6 quarters of dropping sales, complaints up almost 40% for HR investigations ignored. You've been managing all right, managing failure. I didn't drag it out. Charles, get his exit papers on my desk in 30 minutes. No severance. Not after the way he's treated folks here. Rick's last card was, I've got a family, and I looked him dead in the eyes, remembering the single mom he humiliated for asking for a payment plan. The young black man followed around the showroom just for wearing a hoodie. So did they, Rick. This place won't be run by fear anymore. I walked up the stairs, turned back, and finally said what needed to be said, loud enough for every whisper to die out. My name is Naomi Booker. I'm the new CEO of Bookline Motors. This dealership stands for inclusion, respect, and excellence now. If you don't like that, turn in your badge by 5. The room felt electric, like everybody was holding their breath, waiting to see what happened next. That day, it spun fast. I held open sessions with every staff member who wanted to talk. By noon, 2 managers had already resigned, not even waiting for the ink to dry on Rick's exit. By 3, customers who'd seen me in action were posting about the new boss who actually listens. But you know what stuck with me? After all the chaos, after rewriting half the rules and rehiring a mechanic who'd been booted for having attitude, when really he just wouldn't let folks talk down to him, I stood by the window, the one Rick used to glare from, and watched a young guy in a hoodie buy his first car without anyone hovering, no questions, just treated like a human being. Then my phone buzz mom had seen the whole thing on Facebook Live. "I'm proud of you, baby." And yeah, I teared up a little. That night, I stayed late, locking up myself, still running on adrenaline and stubborn hope. On the way out, I ran into Miguel, the janitor, old guy, always kept himself. He tipped his cap and told me, 15 years, they never let me use the front bathroom. Said it was for staff only. I tossed him my keys, told him, "Every bathroom's yours now, Miguel. And we'll talk soon. There's a head of maintenance opening up." The look on his face, I swear, that made all the stress worth it. Driving home, stars clearer than ever, I realized respect shouldn't be a reward. It should be the baseline. If you want to run anything, business, life, whatever, you do it by listening, by acting right, not by barking orders or sizing people up by their clothes or their skin. And sometimes, the only way to fix a broken place is to walk in like you belong, even when everyone else is sure you don't. So yeah, think about it. Who gets respect in your world? And who has to earn it over and over? Comment below, what would you have done? Where's the line between tough leadership and plain old discrimination? Let's talk about what justice actually looks like, because real change starts with uncomfortable conversations, and honestly, I'm here for all of it.